Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another casted game for Age of Empires 2, and today we have got more games for the new DLC, the Dynasties of India for Age of Empires 2. And today on the northwest corner of the map we've got Bad Map playing as the Gurjaras. In the southeast corner of the map we've got Lord Patito playing as the Dravidians. Two of the new civilizations. We of course have the Bengalis as well, and then we have the Indians who have been reworked as the Hindustanis as another change from the new DLC. In the northwest corner of the map, we've got Bad Map playing as the Gurjaras. Let's take a look at the civilization. It's a cavalry and camel civilization, and they start off with 2 forage bushes, as you can see here. And they can garrison the mills with livestock to produce food in the long run. Their mounted units deal 50% plus bonus damage, and they can garrison their docks with fishing ships. The unique units include the Chakram Thrower and also the Shrivamsha Rider, which replaces the Knight, and they also have the Camel Scout, which can automatically upgrade to the Camel Rider in Castle Age. So you definitely want to keep those alive if you can, but obviously incredibly interesting starting sort of situation for Gurjaras with the mill and also the berry bushes and also the Camel Scout. Okay, now let's take a look at the unique techs. They've got the unique tech whereby military units cost 25% less food. They also have frontier guards where camel riders and elephant archers have 4+ melee armor. The team bonus include that the camel and elephant units are created 25% faster. Okay, Bad Map bringing his elephant in for that juicy food. 400 food on that bad boy, and he's got his herdables. As you can see, 5 sheep already garrisoned in that mill. In the south corner of the map we've got Lord Patito playing as the Dravidians. Let's just toggle to his point of view and let's take a look at the Dravidians. They are an infantry and naval civilization, and they receive plus 200 wood when advancing to the next age. Their fishermen and fishing ships carry plus 15 food, and their barracks technologies cost minus 50%. The skirmishers and elephant archers attack 25% faster. The unique units include the Urumi swordsman and their Thiri Sadai, which is a warship. The unique techs, Medical Corpse, where the elephant units regenerate 20 HP per minute, and Woot's Steel, where the infantry and cavalry attacks ignore armor. Their team bonus is that docks provide plus 5 population room. So it could be quite a very nice civilization, I have to say, for Nomad. I know we're playing Arabia today, but if you think about it, 200 wood when you advance to the feudal age, the fishing ships are just a bit more effective and efficient, and also their docks provide 5 plus population rooms. So it's really nice for the early part of Nomad. Very interesting. They also have a very solid man-at-arms into archers kind of opening on Arabia with the 200 wood for free, and also the fact that the barracks technologies are minus 50% in cost. Alright, let's take a look at what these guys end up doing. Bad Map going to the woodline, getting his second elephant. Nice, and underneath the town centre there, a little bit of food left on his first one. And we see Lord Patito doing the same thing, bringing his second elephant there underneath the town centre. And hopefully does not lose a villager. He probably won't. Yeah, he's doing absolutely fine. Nicely there underneath the town centre, and is getting 4 villagers on berries. Looking at the map, let's see if Bad Map's got a bad map. Pretty open. I mean, this is kind of their state of Arabia these days, I suppose. I feel like Lord Patito's base is a little bit better, but this gold is very vulnerable, and he doesn't really have another gold which would be inside his wallable base per se. He could wall to the edge of the map, on the corners here, and then wall to the town centre on this side, and maybe just needs to wall around this gold to make it safe and secure, and then on the edge of the map here as well. So quite a good map for Lord Patito, all things considered, as far as Arabia goes. Bad Map probably today does actually have a pretty bad map, to be fair. Both golds are forward, berries are forward. This is actually a bad map for Bad Map today, unfortunately, and this mill could be under a lot of pressure, possibly in feudal age, if Lord Patito decides to do such a thing. Man-at-arms into archers could really deny this quite nicely. And let's not forget as well, with the plus 200 wood, I mean, Dravidians could have a good tower rush, couldn't they? I mean, they could go man-at-arms towers. That wood extra would be very nice. I mean, towers don't necessarily cost that much wood anyway, so but still it's quite a nice bonus. Right, the Camel Scout is going to be working his way on the Scout Cavalry, doing some good damage there, looking to obviously win the fight. And this Camel Scout does have greater HP, as you can see, 70 HP, whereas the Scout Cavalry only has 45. And oh, bad fight here for Lord Petito. Probably wants to back away from that. Doesn't want to take that fight. And bad map is going to make the most of his bad map by trying to wall up the front of his base. Dropping a barracks as the Gurjaras. And we do see some militia coming out for Lord Petito. So maybe this is looking like a man-at-arms into archers build. I suspect most likely he's going to wait for his third militia to pop out before he goes forward, I suspect. And we do have a barracks down for the Gurjaras player here, and yeah, looking pretty good. I mean, I think here with an archer follow-up from Lord Petito could be very strong, because of course the walls for bad map are very close to his actual resources, so archers being camped out here on the gold would be fantastic, and likewise on the berries. So 3 militia going forward for Lord Petito. I'm not sure if bad map knows this is coming. Probably would be expecting, considering like what the situation is with the civilization at the moment, the current meta. I mean, we don't really have that many games being played, obviously. This is a preview version of the build, so the game's not actually out yet at the time of recording. It will actually be coming out tomorrow, if you're watching this on the 27th of April 2022. Archery range going down for bad map, nice, looking good, because you want that to try and fight off the man-at-arms. And he's slowly making way to walling up his base. Man-at-arms come in, man-at-arms upgrade is in, scouts is in, and we'll see if we can get any pressure. Is there a hole there? I don't think there is. He's going to try and take down this palisade, but the villagers there on hand from bad map to repair. Probably overkill using 3 villagers. 1 would be fine, but he's going to make sure he just doesn't want to let him in. He's going to wall behind that as well. Nicely, and this villager has gone for a walkabout, just surveying the area. Don't mind me, just looking to make sure everything's fine around the barracks. And I'm going to go the long way around. Lost his map. Alright, Lord Petito is getting walled up very nicely on the front of his base, but this is quite exposed if it was an archer follow-up or archer starting for bad map. It looks like bad map's actually going quite passive though. And double archer range going down for Lord Petito. So very nice, man-at-arms into archers. Man-at-arms going to look to try and take down the gate. The gate is locked for bad map. Nothing coming out of that gate, but there might be some units coming in. The man-at-arms are going to do pretty well to try and take this down, but the villagers will go back to repair it, and the archers does snipe a man-at-arms, which was a bit costly for Lord Petito. Didn't get too much value out of it, apart from some villager idle time and maybe some wood being used. The camel scout will take out that scout. Very nice in the feudal age now. Both players are in the feudal age. Let's get this thing toggled here, and let's take a look at the villager count. Okay, equal numbers of villagers, so both players doing well on the idle TC front of things, I suspect. Either that or they got exactly the same idle TC time. 2 man-at-arms still trying to be harassing of the situation and maybe looking to harass this wall now, and we do not see any archers coming forward just yet. Just 2 produced, looking to mass them up before going forward. Maybe looking to get a blacksmith perhaps. Would be quite nice. Doesn't have the wood obviously, but probably working towards it for that early fletching, which is quite nice to have with the archers, but it wants to build up a bit of a mass. 1 archery range for bad map. It looks like bad map is quite happy to defend for now and look to maybe get to the castle age. Let's take a look at his resources. It's only got enough villagers getting there on food and gold, starting to build up that food count. The farms are going down and transitioning to farms. It's quite nice though that he's taken most of the berries actually, because this could have been denied quite well by the archers, which are coming forward now, 4 of them. Most of the food has been taken from the berry bushes, which is good news for bad map here. Let's get the score back on. I'm not sure why that went off. I must have pressed it by accident and not realised it. And a couple of archers there still being produced for bad map, looking to defend this gold point. It doesn't actually have 200 gold, so if this gold pile was denied, getting up to the castle age would be very difficult. I mean, imagine a tower here and archers camped out here, and bad map would be in a very bad situation. Archer's going to circle around on the left side, but there is double palisades there, so I suspect the archers probably need to circle back around, maybe go around the right way, where the right side rather, where there's less palisades in the way. Maybe looking to deny that wood line though would be quite nice to get those couple of archers. Should be able to pick off this archer off if he's paying attention. Fletching is in for bad map though, and it isn't for Lord Petito. So Lord Petito has got the blacksmith down, probably looking to get that fletching upgrade he has, and that will be coming in shortly, which would certainly help things on the archer walls side of things. And bad map looks to pull off these villagers off of wood, and he drops the first tower there, which would be quite nice to defend. Will survive, should be able to protect this area here, and this eco and this wood line in particular. And we've seen this from Bad Map earlier as well from previous casted games, so if you are interested in watching more of Bad Map, do check out the YouTube channel. Got plenty of other casted games for this DLC. And Bad Map's generally quite defensive, and he kind of gets the castle age and booms up very nicely and overpowers his enemies usually. Just tries to punish people's aggression by defending and then going pretty super greedy. I think he just force dropped there. Does that mean he's going up to the... Yeah, he's going up to the castle age at 18 minutes. Very nice uptime, and he's going to be defending on this way. Oh, but there's a way in the berry. There's a hole in the berries, which is a bit rough, but to be fair, not all things considered, not too terrible. There's going to be a denying of a couple of farms here, but the villagers have house walled behind this. It is rough, it's not something that was planned, and it's certainly not something that he would have wanted. The archers will start to deny this woodline, but he does have this safe woodline here on the back, more or less. And oh god, alright, it's not a problem anymore. Lord Potato just dived. That town centre, his army decided to go courageous and go straight for the jugular vein, but really what happened was they got shot in the jugular vein, and they perished. A couple of skirmishes coming in as a follow-up for Lord Petito, which is an interesting choice. I suppose he's looking to try and counter out what he suspects Bad Map's going to get, but he's going to go to the town centre. No! Lord Petito, don't do it! Don't do it! And he's going to lose lots of HP on these skirmishes. Oh dear. Okay, and now the skirmishes of Bad Map could probably actually take this fight, to be honest with you. It wouldn't be too much of a problem to do that, I don't think. Okay, just a really short break there, but not to worry, we're back into the action. The 3 skirmishers there are going to look to try and harass that villager. Obviously, the skirmishers, they're not exactly particularly good at killing villagers. The skirmishers, though, for Bad Map, will look to just take these out and clean it up, and that is a good clean-up for Bad Map. He is up to the... we have clicked up to the castle age. Let's take a look at Lord Petito. He's probably very far behind, considering the fact that he's getting the armor upgrade. He is so far behind. Lord Petito is going to struggle to get any feudal age damage, and the castle age timing is very nice for Bad Map. I think Lord Petito needs to realize that he's not going to be able to do too much damage here, and probably will want to get up to the castle age, or at least build up a mass of archers and keep them ready. Because at the moment, unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do too much. Maybe looking to get wheelbarrow and then click up 13 villages on food. Oh, he's going for extra skirmishers. That could be a big mistake, and he's probably going to unqueue that, I suspect, and try and get himself up at the castle age. He will need to, because there will be cavalry on the field for the Gurjaras, played by Bad Map here on the northwest corner of the map. Archers decide to go home for Lord Petito. Not a bad idea. He needs to save these archer mass, get them up to crossbow when he can. Maybe look to unqueue these production, get up to the next stage, and then start queuing your army again. Floating on quite a lot of bit of wood and gold, and maybe could be able to get some town centers quickly when it gets to the next stage. Castle Age is in for Bad Map. Looks to get a stable down. Wow, triple stable. I take it back. Although we've seen him boom and be greedy in the past, he's definitely not being boomy and greedy this time around. Going for a triple stable. That's going to need a lot of economy to kind of sustain it. Going to need more villagers on gold, I suspect. But he's got 21 villagers on food, which is going to be fantastic for his economy, and pumping out these Shrivamsha riders out. So these are a new unique unit for the Gurjaras. As you can see, they've got this white line at the bottom of their HP bar, and that is like a like an armor type sort of thing. Basically, they're described as being able to dodge arrow fire, and that's what it is. It basically absorbs arrow, really. There's a good Spirit of the Law video on it if you do check it out, and we explain what the Shrivamsha Rider is all about. Going to look to cause some pressure here by knocking on the palisade gate. Lord Petito is going to want to lock that, I suspect. Let's make sure he does, but he doesn't want to let them in, I suspect. And he's going to house wall behind this, in fact. And this is a problem, as we said before. This is the main gold for Lord Petito. He loses access to that, he's in trouble. And so he's going to have to make sure he gets that walled in and protected, otherwise he'd be in a lot of pressure. The gate does go down, there's palisade walling behind it, and is working his way up to the castle age. 80% of the way there. And Shrivamsha Rider spam here. Triple stable. A couple of archers here on the left side of the map. And this is quite nice for Lord Petito. If he can get this upgraded to crossbows and with bodkin arrow, but it doesn't look like he's going for spear defense. So he's kind of caught in two ways here. He's got one army here on the left, which could be really kind of taken apart. Okay, sorry, he's only just got up to the castle age, so it's only now that he could actually get the upgrades anyway, which he does. He's getting crossbow, which is quite a nice mass here, to be honest. Bad Map can't really engage in that very nicely, particularly well. And Lord Petito is going to town centre, drop that gold, which is a good idea. Looking to get some control over that position, we'll need to. That is his gold mine, of course. And some crossbows here on the hill. Will be having an engagement here. As you can see, the white bar of the Shrivamsha Rider went down there. Now it takes a lot of damage. So it's quite a tanky unit until that white bar gets depleted. and then the crossbows do their work. On this side of the map, big engagement here. Shrivamsha Riders will clean this up. I suspect there's 4 of them, but the crossbows do have the hill, which is definitely going to be adding some bonus damage. The Shrivamsha Riders should clean this up though with the spearmen, sorry not spearmen, the skirmishers in behind. And the Shrivamsha Riders do clean that up, and that's a big loss for Lord Petito. It's very hard as the archer player. Once you lose your archer mash, once you lose your archer mass, you have to really start all over again from scratch, and it's very tricky. Bad map has stuck on 3 stables, no second town centre down just yet. Looking to get some early advantage, early aggression, but Lord Petito has gone for 2 town centres, so actually swung the other way. The defensive and the booming approaches coming now for Lord Petito. 50 villagers for Bad map, 45 for Lord Petito at the moment, and I think Bad Map's just going to notice the town centre now, going to harass the villas on the gold. If Lord Petito just garrisons here, they will be able to take those out. And Archer Mass, only it just doesn't have it. It doesn't really have a mass. It's just 6 crossbows there going. Yeah, this is quite ballsy actually to go forward with just 6 crossbow. I mean, it's not going to be able to do too much damage. I wonder whether the Gurjaras played by Bad Map will be dropping a second town centre anytime soon. Supplies coming in for Lord Petito. Going to go for the man-at-arms line, and that's an interesting choice. Supplies, of course, 50% cheaper with the Dravidians. I think he's just looking to cause some problems here at Lord Petito. Just maybe just get some scouting info. It looks like Bad Map's looking to wall up this corner of the map just to get a bit of an expansion going on. There's not much there, to be honest, but yeah. Looking to get a bit of map control there, and it's a nice state of the game. 3rd town centre goes down for Lord Petito, so he's going to certainly pull ahead on the village account, 56 to 54 at the moment, looking to really get the economy lead. And Bad Map not really opting for the economy here, just going to look to maybe go for a forward castle drop, I think. Bad Map has got 355 stone, and it's quite heavy on stone, and it's got quite a bit of map control, obviously, with Lord Petito being so defensive. Bad Map looking to get access and control of the map and the gold by walling it in. And they've got some elephant archers, very nice, very expensive unit from the archery range, and that should be offering some good protection against the spearmen if it's well protected, the pikemen rather. And so it looks like elephant archer, Shrivamsha rider, armor composition with a forward castle drop. Maybe castle dropping this area here would be absolutely fantastic. As you can see, on his mind, Bad Map has the idea of walling in and stopping in the gold access. As he's going to wall in that one, probably going to castle drop this one, maybe wall in this one, maybe even castle drop here with land direct access to the base. It's certainly got a lot of military on the field. 15 military for Bad Map, only 2 for Lord Petito. Lord Petito booming hard, getting the village count up, 66 to 56, but he's very pinned into his base. He's going to run out of space. Lord Petito just notices the lame. And well, I mean, the map control is certainly with Bad Map, and he's got to do something with it. And a couple of elephant archers and the Shrivamsha riders will take care of these small numbers of pikemen. Lord Petito just unfortunately trickling in his resources and his units, going to lose these very cheaply. And yeah, Bad Map looking to just stonewall this corner of the map. As I say, there's not a lot there. There's a couple of wood lines, I suppose, which is quite nice for him. A market going down. I think there's just one TC all-in play here for Bad Map. Not looking to get a 3rd or 2nd, or even a 2nd town centre. He probably knows he's quite far behind on the village count, so he's looking to get a bit of pressure. It does lose a elephant archer though, so definitely good trade there for Lord Petito, that's for sure. And I think he's going to be ready for that castle drop very soon. 561 stone. That castle drop could deny the gold, and I think Lord Petito is going to struggle after losing access to gold. He needs to secure this one somehow. I don't think Lord Petito is on stone himself, so he's not going to be able to afford a defensive castle. But he's switching to full infantry, it seems. Another barracks going down, so yeah, the infantry switch is confirmed. Oh, there's a hole on the wood line. The Shrivamsha riders could go in, they don't. Oh, I don't know why he didn't dive that, that's so strange. But Lord Petito does get the house wall up now, and now it's well protected. The Shrivamsha riders can't take advantage of what they once could have, which is a heck of a lot of villagers unguarded. That could have been the game changer. I mean, the way it is now anyway. Lord Petito is very defensive, has gone on stone now, looking to get a university, maybe looking up to get the Imperial Age, possibly with the university, or maybe looking to get ballistics. Well, not really, I don't think he's going to be looking to get ballistics, considering the fact that doesn't really have any crossbows anymore. The gold is nicely well lamed, as you can see there on the... yeah, he's going to go to lame this gold as well, and without access to the gold, Lord Petito is going to really struggle. This is going to be running out eventually. I mean, there's still quite a bit of gold there, about 2,400 gold worth also. The Shravamsha Rider is now just putting pressure, and I think villagers, we're going to see villagers being pulled forward soon, very soon, for that castle drop. How much stone has he got? He's got enough. Yeah, there we are. There's the castle going down. A bit surprising. Pretty surprised by that position. Maybe we expected it to be around this side, but this definitely, as we said earlier, this is certainly a viable option, allowing good access to the base. Denies that wood line somewhat, I think, possibly. And unfortunately for Lord Petito, who does have a huge economy, but they're so condensed, there's not much you can do about it. It does try to get for a monk defense with just one monk. The monks, well, two monks. One monk dies, perishes, the Shravamsha Riders are in, and this could be the beginning of the end. The villager count is now steadily accumulating and evening out because of the villager losses. Second town started going down for bad map, primarily just to secure that gold. So 2 TCs for bad map about to come in, and 68 villagers to 71, and this is how the military is just so superior at killing villagers and evening the villager count, even with 3 town centers. The Shravamsha Riders are proving to be a good raiding unit. A couple of pikemen though in defense, which is very nice, and there's nothing that Lord Petito can do to deny this castle, which is going to be a fantastic spot. Denies that gold complete. That gold is never going for Lord Petito. And yeah, I think it looks like bad map's just going to starve Lord Petito. Tower here will be epic. This gold is completely denied. Lord Petito is going to focus on trash units only now until this gold runs out. When that gold runs out, that's all he's got. Trash units. Looking to house wall this woodline. That woodline is going to be going very soon. Very limited on woodline access. And there we are. There is the GG. Lord Petito resigns. He taps out. He knows that he's under a lot of pressure. Castle dropped. No way out of his base, despite having 3 town centers. GG's well played. Bad map. Makes the most of his bad map and takes the win on Arabia. Take care, guys, and see you next time.